Beauty isn't just makeup, filters, or trends. Real beauty, the kind that lasts and leaves an impression, comes from habits. Small daily choices that amplify who you already are. Today, let's talk about 6 habits that make a natural woman even more beautiful. Confidence in simplicity is one of the most powerful things a woman can carry because it strips away the idea that beauty has to be complicated. Think about it. Everywhere you turn, there's someone trying to sell you another product, must have another way to fix something that was never broken in the first place. And when you live in that noise long enough, you start believing that your worth is tied to how much you add on. More makeup, more edits, more approval. But the truth is, confidence in simplicity is about subtracting, not adding. It's about looking at yourself in the mirror without the extra layers and saying, this is enough. That kind of confidence doesn't scream for attention. It doesn't try to be the loudest in the room. It whispers something stronger. It whispers, I know who I am. And that whisper carries further than any shout ever could of your life for the better. People pick up on it without you even saying a word. They notice it in the way you walk, in the way you sit at a table, in the way you smile without hesitation. Simplicity has a way of cutting through all the noise because it's rare. Everyone can wear what's trending, but not everyone can wear their own skin with ease. Now, the better? Let's be clear. Simplicity doesn't mean neglect. It doesn't mean you stop caring for yourself, that you let go of the details that make you feel good. It means you stop doing things from a place of insecurity and start doing them from a place of strength. There's a big difference between putting on makeup because you enjoy it and putting on makeup because you feel like you can't be seen without it. Confidence in simplicity is about choosing the first. It's about deciding that anything you add on is an option, a requirement. And when you shift to that mindset, something changes in the way people respond to you. No longer impressed by the surface. They're drawn to the substance. They see the calm in you, and it makes them curious. They see that you don't need a spotlight, and it makes them want to give you one. Because real confidence doesn't compete. It just exists. And that existence is magnetic. Here's the part people don't talk about. Confidence in simplicity isn't just beautiful. It's freeing. You stop chasing the endless cycle of more. You get back time, energy, and peace. You can walk out the door without second guessing yourself. You can be in a room without comparing yourself to everyone else. And you can finally experience the kind of beauty that feels like home instead of a performance. The most beautiful women aren't the ones who look like they tried the hardest. They're the ones who look like they didn't have to try at all. That's the power of confidence in simplicity. Just change how the world sees you. It changes how you see yourself. Radiance is something you can't fake. You can paint on color, you can buy the glow, you can even filter it on a screen. True radiance, the kind that turns heads without trying, comes from health. It's in the way your eyes look clear when you've slept well. It's in the tone of your skin when you're hydrated. It's in the calmness of your face when you're not running on stress and exhaustion. Radiance doesn't come in a bottle. It comes in choices, and most of the time, those choices are simple. Sleep, water, real food. These are the habits everyone knows, very few actually honor. And the funny thing is, they sound boring because they're not flashy. Nobody's going to sell you a miracle 8 hours of sleep in a shiny package. Nobody's advertising the power of drinking more water like it's the secret to success. That's exactly what makes them powerful. The quiet habits you repeat every day are the ones that show up on your face, in your energy, and in your presence. Think about someone who's well rested. Their mood is lighter, their patience is longer, their body language is more open. That's beauty. Think about someone who nourishes themselves instead of just feeding themselves. Their skin glows differently, their hair has life, their movements aren't weighed down by fatigue. That's beauty. Health radiates outward. It's like a light you carry that no one can switch off, and people can feel it before they even know why. The best part is radiance from health isn't about being perfect. It's not about eating clean every day, working out nonstop, or never slipping. It's about consistency. It's about choosing to value your body enough to give it what it needs most of the time. Because when your body feels taken care of, it shows you gratitude in the way you look and feel. There's no foundation that can cover up stress the way rest can. There's no serum that can replace what hydration does. And there's no quick fix that can outshine the glow of someone who respects their own well-being. Radiance from health is also deeply tied to self-respect. When you decide to prioritize your rest, your nutrition, your movement, you're telling yourself, I matter. That quiet message builds self-worth over time, and it reflects on your face, your smile, your posture. Beauty isn't just about the external. It's the confidence that comes from knowing you're caring for yourself on the inside. And here's the truth people notice. They may not know exactly what it is, but they'll say things like, you look fresh, or you seem different, when really it's the most basic thing. You've given your body what it was asking for. And the return on that investment isn't temporary. It lasts, it compounds, and it sets you apart in a world where most people are running on empty. Kindness is one of those things you can't measure, but you can always feel. It's invisible and yet unforgettable. And when it comes to beauty, nothing magnifies it more than kindness. A kind woman carries a light that makes people want to be around her. You might not remember the shade of her lipstick or the brand of her shoes, but you'll remember how she made you feel. That feeling stays longer than any image, because kindness leaves an imprint that no cosmetic product ever could. When you look at someone who is genuinely kind, there's a softness to their expression. Their smile isn't forced, their eyes meet yours with warmth, and their body language feels inviting. That's magnetic. Kindness literally changes how people see your face. A sharp look can harden your features, but a compassionate one softens them, making you appear more approachable, more trustworthy, more beautiful without even trying. It doesn't come from effort, from intention. Choosing to meet people with empathy instead of judgment, patience instead of irritation, generosity instead of withholding. Here's the truth. Kindness is a habit, not just a personality trait. It's practiced in the small moments holding a door, listening without interrupting, offering a genuine compliment, choosing to stay calm when frustration could easily take over. These tiny choices build a reputation, and that reputation amplifies your presence. A woman who is known for her kindness automatically stands out. People light up when she enters the room because they already associate her with positivity. That's a beauty that doesn't fade with age or trends. Kindness also has a way of circling back. When you give it freely, people are drawn to give it back to you. That cycle creates an environment where you naturally feel better, more supported, more loved. And when you feel that way, it reflects in your energy. You carry less tension in your face, less stress in your body, less defensiveness in your tone. The result: you look and feel radiant. It's not a trick, it's a natural response to living in alignment with a generous spirit. Let's clear something up. Kindness doesn't mean weakness. It's not about letting people walk all over you or always saying yes. True kindness is rooted in strength. It's the ability to be firm without being harsh, direct without being cruel, compassionate without being taken advantage of. That balance is powerful, and it makes your beauty feel both approachable and strong at the same time. The most unforgettable beauty comes from women who use kindness as their signature. They may not always be the loudest. They're the ones people remember because they add something positive to every interaction. You can spend hours in front of a mirror, but if your words cut people down, it will overshadow any effort you put into your appearance. On the other hand, if your words lift people up, you've already won. And to lèvres minces for the better. That's the kind of beauty that lingers, the kind that people talk about when you're not in the room, the kind that never needs to be advertised. Presence and posture speak louder than words. Before you even introduce yourself, before you open your mouth to say a single thing, people are already reading you. They're watching the way you walk into a room, the way you hold yourself, the way your energy fills the space. That's presence. And the way you sit, stand, move, and carry your body, that's posture. Together, they create a silent message about who you are. And here's the powerful part: your presence and posture show confidence. You automatically appear more beautiful. Think about the difference between someone who walks into a room hunched over, eyes down, moving like they want to disappear, versus someone who walks in with shoulders back, head high, and steps that are steady. You notice the second one immediately because she's louder, not because she's dressed differently, but because she carries herself like she belongs. That's the essence of posture. It signals self-respect, and people are drawn to it. Presence is about more than just your body. It's about where your attention is. When you're fully present in a conversation, listening instead of scrolling, engaging instead of drifting, people feel it. They feel important, seen, valued. And when you make people feel that way, your beauty multiplies. Because beauty isn't just how you look, it's how you make people experience you. If you're distracted, checked out, or visibly insecure, it dulls your glow. But when you're grounded, calm, and focused, your presence radiates strength and elegance. Posture and presence go hand in hand because they reflect what's happening inside of you. If your mind is cluttered with self-doubt, your body will show it. slouched shoulders, fidgeting hands, restless eyes. If your mindset is rooted in confidence, it shows up as poise. The way you stand becomes tall without being rigid. Your walk becomes graceful without being forced. It's subtle, but people pick up on it instantly. The simplest ways to enhance beauty is to work on posture. Straighten your back, relax your shoulders, lift your chin. These small adjustments send a powerful message, not just to others, but to yourself. Studies even show that posture influences your own mood and confidence. When you stand tall, you feel stronger. And when you feel stronger, you project beauty from the inside out. Presence also requires slowing down. Rushing through interactions makes you seem scattered, while slowing down makes you seem intentional. Imagine two people speaking is checking their phone every few seconds, the other is giving you undivided attention. Who feels more magnetic? Exactly. Beauty is amplified when you give people the gift of your full presence. At the core, presence and posture are habits. They're practiced every day in how you sit at your desk, how you enter a meeting, how you interact with strangers. They don't require makeup, money, or special effort. Just awareness. And when you practice them consistently, you send out a signal of confidence, warmth, and grace that no accessory can match. The truth is, your presence introduces you before you speak, and your posture tells the world how you see yourself. When both are strong, your beauty doesn't just show, it commands respect. Joy is one of the most contagious forms of beauty. A woman carries joyful energy. She has a glow that no product, no outfit, and no filter can replicate. It's the kind of energy that makes people smile without even realizing it. That lifts the mood of an entire room the moment she walks in. Joyful energy isn't about being loud, overly cheerful, tending to be happy all the time. It's about cultivating a genuine sense of positivity and choosing to let it shine through in your words, your actions, and your presence. Think about how powerful a smile is. A real smile, not the kind you force for a picture, kind that comes from within, can instantly soften your face, brighten your eyes, and make you more approachable. A smile communicates warmth, and warmth is beautiful. People are naturally drawn to it because it makes them feel safe, accepted, and uplifted. Joy has a way of breaking down walls and inviting connection, and when it shows up in your energy, magnifies your beauty more than anything external ever could. Joyful energy also speaks to resilience. Life isn't perfect. Face stress, setbacks, and disappointment. But the ability to carry joy even through challenges shows strength. It doesn't mean ignoring your struggles. It means choosing not to let them define you. When you carry joy in your perspective, you focus more on what's possible than what's missing. And that kind of mindset doesn't just help you. It inspires everyone around you. Inspiration is beautiful. Another aspect of joyful energy is the way it shifts the atmosphere. Imagine being around someone who is constantly negative, complaining, or drained. It pulls you down, right? Now think of someone who, even in small ways, chooses optimism. She laughs easily. She appreciates the little things. She finds humor in daily life. That energy makes people want to be near her. Beauty isn't only about what people see when they look at you. It's also about what they feel when they're with you. And joyful energy makes people feel lighter, happier, more alive. That's unforgettable. The secret is that joyful energy isn't about circumstances, it's about habits. It comes from practicing gratitude, surrounding yourself with positive influences, and taking care of your emotional health. You focus on what you're thankful for instead of what you lack. You naturally carry more joy. You choose to nurture relationships that uplift you instead of ones that drain you. Your energy shifts. And when you take time to rest, laugh, and play, your joy shows up in your body language, your tone, and your overall presence. A joyful woman doesn't just look beautiful. She feels beautiful. She feels comfortable in her own skin, content with her life, and excited about the possibilities ahead. That inner light is what people notice most. Years from now, people won't remember what brand of shoes you wore or how perfect your makeup looked. They will remember how your joy made them feel. And that's the kind of beauty that lasts a lifetime. Authenticity is one of the rarest and most beautiful qualities a woman can have. In a world full of trends, filters, and expectations, a woman who chooses to express herself honestly stands out without even trying. Authentic self-expression is about more than just what you wear or how you style your hair. It's about alignment, making sure your words, actions, and appearance reflect who you truly are, not who the world tells you to be. That alignment creates a kind of beauty that is magnetic because it's real. Real never goes out of style. When a woman is authentic, there's a natural ease about her. She doesn't waste time trying to impress everyone because she knows not everyone's approval is worth chasing. Instead, she invests her energy in being consistent with herself. That confidence shows up in small ways, choosing clothes that feel comfortable and true to her personality, speaking her mind without fear of judgment, or living in alignment with her values even when it's not popular. These choices may seem simple, but they send a powerful message. I know who I am, and I'm not afraid to show it. That message is beautiful because it radiates strength and honesty. Authentic self-expression also protects against comparison. When you're grounded in your true self, you stop competing with everyone else. You don't need to copy what's trending on social media or chase after someone else's definition of beauty. Instead, you create your own. That independence is captivating. People notice when you're not trying to fit in, and it makes them curious. They respect you more because authenticity is rare. And what's rare is valuable. It's important to remember that authenticity doesn't mean perfection. It doesn't mean you'll always get everything right or that you won't change. In fact, authentic self-expression often involves growth. As you learn more about yourself, your style may evolve, your voice may deepen, and your choices may shift. What matters is that each stage reflects who you genuinely are at that moment. The better. Pretending to be something you're not, even if it looks good on the outside, creates a disconnect that people can sense. When you're true to yourself, even in your flaws, you create a connection that feels real, and that connection is more beautiful than any polished mask could ever be. Captivating women are often the ones who break the mold. They don't try to blend in, and they don't apologize for standing out. They know that self-expression isn't about pleasing the crowd. It's about honoring their individuality. Whether that shows up in the way they dress, the hobbies they pursue, the way they decorate their space, or the way they speak. It's authentic, and that authenticity makes them unforgettable. At the end of the day, beauty fades when it's borrowed. But when it comes from authenticity, it only grows stronger. People will forget the details of your appearance. They will never forget the feeling of being around someone who is unapologetically themselves. Authentic self-expression isn't just about being seen. It's about being known. And when you allow the world to see the real you, you become the most beautiful version of yourself. Beauty has never been just about what we see on the surface. It's about the habits we practice, the choices we make, and the energy we carry. Confidence in simplicity, radiance from health, kindness that draws people in, presence and posture that speak without words, joyful energy that lights up a room, self-expression that never fades. These aren't quick tricks. They're lasting habits. The truth is, a natural woman doesn't need to chase beauty. She already has it. These habits simply uncover it layer by layer until what shines through is the most powerful version of her: confident, radiant, kind, present, joyful, and authentic. And that kind of beauty doesn't just turn heads. It touches hearts.